was like, I don't care. I've seen so many idol animes, I just simply could not care more. But that said, I did check it out, and it actually is more about their high school lives in the later half, and I was like, okay. I was about to like turn it off, and I was, oh, okay, yeah, I'm watching. Hi, my name is Devin Jackson Randall, or DJR, and welcome to Queer Finante. Today is Monday, and that means it's time for a random talk, where I talk about something random, random conversation with you guys, or I pick from the suggestions, recommendations, and questions that you guys leave me in the comments below. Today, we're going to be talking about the Winter 2017 anime season, and in addition, if you guys want, I also have a blog post where I talk about the past fall season, so go check that out if you want. But yeah, let's get started because there was a lot of anime to talk about. I didn't even finish them all, so this is going to be a long video. The first anime is actually a Korean story, and it is actually very cliche, honestly. It's about a group of adventurers, mages, archers, warriors with broadswords, all that. We're trying to save the world from some mysterious darkness, whatever, and monsters all over the place. It's very typical, and so because of that, I'm probably not going to continue watching it. Next, we have a comedy series about an angel who comes down to Earth to help people and gets obsessed with modern culture, with anime and with video games and things like that, and becomes a recluse and a terrible, a very terrible angel. And this story is kind of like that flip comedy where two angels are very, very bullyish, very bad at being good, and then there are two demon devils who are very bad at being bad. It's a funny show and I enjoy it, so I'm probably going to continue to watch it, but heads up that it is moe in the sense that it does show a lot of panty shots, so just a heads up. Not enough to be disgusting or disturbing, but enough to just mention. Next we have an anime that is continuing from the fall season called Trickster. It is about a group of high school boys who work in a detective agency for this big-time detective, and specifically the story follows these two boys, one who has a spear around him that makes him indestructible. All he cares about is that he wants to die, and he meets this other boy who's very adventurous and very much like the detective to be. The story, honestly, is not amazing. It has a wonderful setup, but it has not presented a good way of going through with that story. So I'm still watching it, I'm still hoping for more, but it's just okay. Though heads up, it does have a basically confirmed gay character. The main villain is obsessed with the official detective. This anime is a short, about 3 minutes or so, or maybe even less, and it's just about a historical group of warriors, an actual group of warriors, but it does it from a comedic standpoint. I don't really know if there's actually going to be drama or action in this. It's mostly, right now in the very first episode, just comedy and fun. And you know what? That's okay. This next one is actually also a historical drama, and this one is a full drama, full length, and is very much mature. It actually starts off with a dude getting tortured, and it's about a police agency in the Edo period, I believe, whatever. Next we have a short that's continuing from the fall season. This was another lots of historical stories, but this is once again comedic. A feudal lord who is trying to gain a bunch of new land, and he uses a ninja to help him get along with that for assassination missions, for espionage, things like that. And it's fun, humorous, and I like it, so go check it out. This anime is new and it's kind of hard to explain, but essentially it's a fictional world, a fictional country about a country that's kind of like the United States, where it has different sections, different states, areas, whatever. A investigations police department, and the second head, the second in command, whatever guy, is the main character, and he goes around all the different sections just making sure everything's on top of everything, that nobody's corrupt or anything like that. That's all I know about the story so far. It's only been the first episode, and it seems like that kind of story where it really could be anything. It could be a political story, it could just be like a nice slice of life about a police agency. I don't know yet. We'll see. This anime I will not be continuing. I'm just going to say that right off the top. It's essentially about some kind of weird competition where a bunch of people pairs of two who, once they touch each other, they can create magical weapons, right? This episode starts off terribly within the first 3 minutes with the main characters fighting off their first enemy, but their first enemy is a guy who abuses his teammate by like hurting her to create these chain weapons, and she, while being hurt, is moaning like she's having sex. That was an instant turn off, so I'll be honest, I skimmed the rest of this episode, and I'm just not coming back for more. So this next anime is a nice family anime. It's basically just about a park ranger, or like a, I can't think of the word, but a person who goes around in the wilderness, whatever, and meets a bunch of animal people. Animal girls, whatever. Nice, simple anime to watch with younger viewers. Next we have Nanbaka, which again is from the last season, and it's about a bunch of prisoners who have a bunch of comedic things happening. It's a very comedic, gaggy type of show, and though that said, it does have a lot of serious things happening now. It is very comedic going on serious. I don't really know how to explain it other than saying it is fun and I do like it, so go check it out. It's comedic, but turning on serious. I will not be watching more of this because it is a show about a boy who strips a bunch of girls in order to win battles. This is a short anime about a high school girl who works at an Italian shop. It is okay. It's supposed to be comedic, but it isn't really that funny. Honestly, the jokes fall flat, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in watching more. I might give this episode 2 a chance, but that would be doing charity pity work. This anime is another comedy-esque show. It's about a dragon girl, an actual dragon transforms into a girl to live with another woman, and they're actually lesbian. Well, no, the dragon is in love with the woman's just like whatever, right? So it is a lesbian storyline, so if you guys are into that, yay. Definitely going to be watching it. It's comedic and fun, light and happy and magical, so why not watch it? This one, again, I will not be watching, and it's mostly just because it's a kind of like anime girlfriend anime. A faceless main character boy who meets a bunch of random girls and kind of like goes through romantic encounters with them, right? Essentially, it's supposed to be just to be like, you are sitting in for this MC and you're dating all these good anime girls, whatever. And like, let's be honest, if this was reversed, if it was a bunch of guys, I'd probably check it out. So like, if you're a guy who's into that, or a girl who's into that, go ahead, check it out. But I won't be. This show is great, okay? So this is the second season in a already developed series, and it's about a boy who dies in the real world and is brought to a magical world by a goddess. He ends up bringing that goddess along with him, and they go through very stupid misadventures as the typical, fantasy RPG world. And it's hilarious. It's great. Like I said, it's misadventures in the RPG world, so it's very much the setup that we're all used to, the sort of Lord of the Rings fantasy setup, but with a whole bunch of just stupid crap happening, and I love it. So please, go check it out. If you haven't checked out the first season, you can do so for free on Crunchyroll. Go check it out, and then come back and watch the season, because oh my god, it's a great show. This show is about two high school students, a boy and a girl, who are in love with their teachers, right? And because, of course, those relationships will never follow out and actually become a thing, they decide to date each other. It's a very mature and deep kind of perspective and storyline, and I was like really into it. But in addition, just to add up that the makeout scenes are very intense, very mature, so just heads up for that. I think it's interesting, so I'm gonna keep checking it out, but I'm aware these are some pretty adult things happening. Next we have the very confusing Chaos Child. So this is actually the second in a 2-part series. Chaos Head was first, and heads up, you don't necessarily have to watch Chaos Head because it's the same world, but Chaos Head happened 6 years before. This first episode is actually half, It's there to let you guys know what happened in the earlier season. So if you guys want the quick bit and don't want to watch the entire season, like me, you can watch that and you'll be pretty good for this new season. It was kind of confusing, but whatever. Also, heads up, this is a very dark show. Gory deaths heads up, if you're not into gory or horror, which I necessarily am not, but it's very much about like mystery, conspiracy, and all that, so that adds to it for me, and that makes me able to watch it. But it is very gory in deaths, so just heads up. This anime is based on what it looks like, very typical and cliche, about a boy and a girl. A boy who, when he was younger, was very large in stature, and he confessed to a girl he liked. The girl was like, no, you're ugly, all that. And then he goes off to a random town to build himself up, to exercise and all that, comes back handsome as all else, and then comes back thinking that he's going to make her fall in love, right? Very typical cliche story. In fact, I feel very much like I've seen a story exactly like that before. That said, I like it. I like it. Maybe I'm just trash, I don't know. But I like it, and I'm going to be watching more. Next is yet another idol anime. But that said, there was a twist that made me slightly interested in watching more. Like I said, it was Idol at the first half, so I was like, I don't care. I've seen so many Idol animes, I just simply could not care more. But that said, I did check it out, and it actually is more about their high school lives in the later half, and I was like, okay. I was about to like turn it off, and I was, oh, okay, yeah. I'm watching. But that said, I don't think I'm actually going to continue to watch it for the next episode or so. Maybe, but probably not. Next, we have a short form, though not too short. It's 10 minutes, so half instead of like 3 minutes. And it's a spin-off from the Animation and Assassination Classroom series. So if you guys have not checked out that series, please do. You can watch it on Hulu or Crunchyroll. And it's about a classroom of like low-grade students who all have terrible self-esteem, and then this random alien comes into the room and is like, I'm going to destroy the world in a year. Either you can all learn how to kill me, or whatever, right? And it's a typical teacher storyline, great teacher storyline, which if you are used to Japanese stories, then you will know that genre, the great teacher Onizuka, the Gokuzen, things like that. But with the spin-off of all the students are trying to kill him. So yeah, this one, instead of being an assassination military theme, it actually has a RPG like fantasy theme to it, and it's short form comedic. Though once again, if you haven't watched the first series, then you wouldn't get some of the jokes like this one. So yeah. Next we have All Out, which is a sports anime, which is from the last season, the fall season of anime, and it's bleeding over to this one. And it's about a high school rugby team that were in the dumps, the worst you could imagine team that the captain and his second in command, as freshmen, were like, this is a crappy team, but let's build it up and be better, right? And now that they're third years, they built up a team that wants to be better, but they're still not really there yet. But they have a new coach now, and they're starting to build themselves into better sportsmen, athletes, whatever. So it's an entertaining show. I really like the characters, and I'm learning more about rugby. So, it's worth a watch. I like it. Next we have Classicaloids, which is an anime that's bleeding over from the fall season into the winter season. Yes, another one. And it is a comedy. It's about a bunch of classical composers who are rebirthed into these new bodies, and they go through stupid adventures together. It's not really a great show, so I will advise you to skim it like I have done. That said, there are some really good episodes that are genuinely hilarious, like episode 11, which I really enjoyed. So I'll probably be skimming through it for the rest of this season, and I would suggest you guys do the same. Next we have Spirit Patch, which I'll be fully honest, I haven't watched yet, but I just wanted to remind you guys that it has in fact been a thing. It is in fact a thing. Go check it out. Also Super Lovers, which I will not be watching, but once again, just to let you guys know, it's out there. Next is another anime that's from the last season that's continuing on to this season. There's a lot, isn't there? But this one is about a high school boy who is a shogi player, a professional shogi player, and he goes through a bunch of I'm not a psychologist, but I'm going to say that he is depressed, and he goes through a bunch of dramatic things involving that. He has no real family, he's an orphan, but his adoptive family is very toxic towards him, and then in addition to that, he has these 3 girls who he becomes a found family with. And so it is very dramatic, very sad, but also very compelling and loving and wonderful, so go check it out. please. This is a short form anime about a detective agency with kids. Very comedic, very childish, so family anime that you can watch with your younger viewers. This one is actually a spin-off of, or no, it's a copy of a video game. Same video game, same story and everything. It's about a chosen one story where a boy who's been living with these spiritual people ends up going out into the world and realizes that he is the chosen one to save everyone from this dark calamity, right? It is a entertaining show with a very strong romance, and I like it. I liked the game, I liked the anime, and I think you guys should check it out if you like fantasy storylines. This is yet another idol story, but this time they're idols who are also politicians. Not interested, but if you're into idol stories, go check it out. This is an anime about a middle school boy who joins a space police task force. It is very kind of weird, even in its artwork, but I'll check out an episode too. This anime series is another short series, but it is about a high school girl who doesn't really have a lot of friends, but she has 3 cats at home that she loves that also look like humans. Weird. Lastly, we have an anime that was first an anime special, then a movie, and now is an actual series. And it is Little Witch Academia, which is about a girl who doesn't have any magical powers but wants to be a witch, goes to a witch school. That's essentially all you need to know. That's it for the first episode. Go check it out. It's very magical, very much like, a Harry Potter story. But remember that I did not finish watching all of the anime from this season, so I will have a blog post where I do that and I talk about the fall 2016 anime season. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the anime that you have watched. What do you like, do you not? Come on, Past Devin, keep up. Like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Griffin tries to share LGBTQ and BL media through news, reviews, and good conversation. So let's get talking.